Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very special episode of the Loan Officer Wealth Podcast. We are here with the 2021 and 2022 number one loan originator in the United States of America, Thuan Nguyen. Thuan, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you, Chris, for having me. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, for someone that has grown to your level of success, and your official title is the CEO of Loan Factory, I would love for us to start with your story. How did you get into the mortgage business, and how on earth did you become the number one lender in the country?
Yeah, so basically, I get into the industry by chance. I got fed up with the corporate world, and I don't see the future at all. So I get quit and stay home with my kid. And then at that time, I bought the house and I saw the loan officer help me and she made good money and she didn't do much. So I figured out why don't I try it? Why don't I try it? And that's how I get into the business. And just like most people out there, I was suffering too. I failed. I couldn't, it wasn't an easy business for everyone. So, but then I keep trying, and then I hit it. My customer keep liking me and they keep coming back and refer more clients to me. That's how things change. Initially, it was difficult, but I stay focused. I work really hard, make sure to deliver to them the best service and pricing. There are two things, pricing and service. If you stay on top of these two, the client can see it. They will come back to you. They will refer all their family and relatives to you and friends to you. And that is the basic principle of how I can be so successful. I keep doing better and better. Make sure I always provide the best service and pricing to the customer.
And how long have you been in the business? When did you get started?
2007.
Wow, that is amazing.
And I started myself. I did not join any company before. I had no mentor. No one teach me how to do things. So I figured out the whole thing myself.
That is amazing. And so let's fast forward to 2021, 2022. Top of the charts, doing amazing business. Can you explain to us what the business looked like during the boom? How were you processing so much volume at that time?
If everyone look back and remember, there's plenty of business, plenty. Business everywhere. It's just like you can close your eye and wrap something, and that is the money. That is clients. It's so easy. So the problem back then is how can you handle the volume?
Yep.
And make sure the service level is not suffering.
Yep.
I talked with so many loan officers back then, and their major problem is my processor cannot handle the work. My company is so slow. It takes me 2 months to approve the loan. My client got mad. So those are the major problems. So, but then lucky for me, I kind of prepare. If you are in the business long enough, you know that business comes in cycle, up and down, up and down. So during slow time like this, we look back and say, oh, I wish back then I was able to process more. I was able to handle more business, and I can make so much more. It happened to me in the last few cycles. So when the next wave comes, I prepare better. And to be honest with you, the last 2 years during the pandemic, it was huge. Nobody can expect it so big like that. And I cannot even predict that. I prepared ahead already. I knew it's coming. But the magnitude was so big that we couldn't even aware. We couldn't handle it. So I remember back then, the biggest problem is it's so difficult to hire good staff. Good processor. I talked to some lender. They say, "Oh, it takes 6 months to hire someone good, train them, so that they can be able to contribute to help us." So it's a big problem for everyone. But then I never give up. I do believe that everything have a solution. So I didn't give up. I say that there must be a better way. So when my client call me and say, Thuan, I submit the loan 2 days ago, completely everything. And my loan is so clean. I'm an engineer, one house, everything's so clean, no debt, nothing. How come you cannot touch my loan? How come nobody called me? And it hurt me so much. My ego is so high. I won't allow any clients to complain. And so I call my staff and they say, Thuan, there's nothing we can do. Everyone working 14 hours a day, 6 days a week, and we cannot do better. So I scratched my head. I was thinking, and I come up with a solution. So I rip up the entire process and change it to an assembly line model. So that when business come, we have a few staff working on prepping, completing the doc. And then we have another department submitting the loan. We have another department take care of condition. We have another department take care of closing condition. We have another department take care of the miscellaneous stuff like HOA, subordination, and all that. So that way we solve the problem overnight. We solve the problem, and we can keep ramming up. And I remember in 2021, we closed about 1,000 loans a month. That's a small broker. We can do that. Yeah.
That is incredible. And obviously, you're still running that same process today.
Exactly.
That is amazing. And so when you take a look at that amount of volume that you were processing, it's amazing to get it through the door, but it's another thing to get the applications up front. I think most of our listeners on today's episode are wondering about, how do we fill the pipeline? How do we get the customers? How do we build our pipelines today in today's marketplace? So fast forwarding from them during the boom, we've got the process in place. Now we're looking to feed it. What are you doing in today's marketplace to find customers, find consumers, and continue to keep your volumes high?
Yeah, good question, right? Back then, we worry about how to handle the volume. Now we worry about how to fill the pipeline, how to bring in the clients, right? So there's some problem, and we need to come up with a solution. I faced the same problem when business disappeared. Remember, my business was 95% refinance.
Yeah.
And when rate is so high, like right now, all the refinance disappear. So I, just like everyone else out there, scratching our head again, thinking about how we can fill up our pipeline. Instead of laying off people, cutting down our company, I prefer to try to bring in more business. And I try so many things that I never done before. Before, I never worked with Realtor.
Okay.
Now I work with a lot of Realtor. I go out there, sit down with them, talk to them, try to learn about them, try to learn to see what they want so that I can provide what they want. They are just like us, right? They want clients, they want support, they want lead, they want partnership, they want customer service. Everything they want, if we can provide them what they want, they will stick with us. They will work with us. So that is the Realtor. And then lately, business model change. The consumer, they go online. They go to social media. So I have to go. I stay really active on social media. I send them the right message. And then at the same time, I also continue to show my existing client that the business is growing, not contracting.
Yep.
We are growing, we are more successful. Instead of telling them that, oh, business is so bad, we let a lot of people go, our business is contracting, I do the opposite. I say now I'm licensed in 40 states, 41 states, 42 states, and then now it's 47 states. Keep growing, our production growing, our loan officer count growing. We have, earlier this year, we have 20 loan officers. Now we have 260 loan officers. in 6 months. So
Whoa.
yeah, we are growing so fast. We show everyone that we are successful, and consumer, they like successful company.
Yeah.
They like successful people so that they can work with successful people. So you don't tell people, you don't tell your client that, oh, this is so slow. I'm only working part-time. I'm not available. Not that. You're always there for them. They don't care about you. They care about themselves. So if you show to them that you are getting better, you have better pricing, better service for them, they will come to you. So we do a lot of marketing. We do a lot of realtor relationship. We focus on technology. We do so many different things. We change. We work with a lot of loan officers to help them. If we can empower them and help them successful, then that will help me helping the company. So those are the things that we are doing right now.
Okay, there is a lot to unpack there. So first off, congratulations on the continued success and continuing to push forward in this marketplace. It takes a very strong mental attitude and person to be able to do that. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
So we'll start with the realtors, because I know that that's a hot point right now. And you went from 95% refinance business to now doing almost 100% purchase. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay.
A lot of purchases. Yeah.
So walk me through how that evolution happens, going from, okay, we see this switch coming. We're going to focus on realtors. How did you get the appointments? How did you get in front of realtors? And you mentioned, find out what they want and give it to them, which is obviously deals and customers. But how are you fulfilling that to them? Because that's one of the hardest parts as loan officers. How do I generate a deal so I can give it to a realtor so I can open that relationship? Can you walk us through that?
Exactly. Lucky for us, we are the consumer focus. We work directly with consumer for the past many years. So we have a huge database of clients. So when they come back to us and we say, Thuan, we want to buy a house, they go to our website and fill out a pre-approval application. Clearly, this is a perfect lead to give it to the realtor. So basically, I also active on social media. I know most of us, we know who are a good realtor in our community,
Yep.
right? So simply, you can connect to them on social media. This is my strategy. I identify some of the top realtor in the area or in my market, and then I try to be their friend. Yet request to be their friend.
Yep.
Yet follow them, and then comment on their post, like their post. And most people, when they post something, they want people to like their post, to write something good on their post. So if you continue to do that, you get their attention. They say, oh, this person support me. Wherever they post, he or she like me, and write some comment. I liked him. So the realtor will get your attention, will pay attention to you. And then when you request to be their friend, they will accept it. And then after another 2-3 months, you can send them a message. Say, hey, I have a client want to buy a house in here. You want it? Give it to them. Give it to the to the realtor, and then establish the communication.
Yep.
Then let them know you. Let them know how good you are in terms of service and pricing. Let them know that you are the best choice for their client. And let them know that with a good partnership, it's good for both of us, good for the clients. And you should work with a good realtor who care for the clients, who align to your interests as well, right? You and the realtor, both of us are caring for the clients. We want the best for the clients. And if you can show that to the realtor, they would love to work with you. Yeah. So it's all come back to you. How can you have good service and pricing? And as soon as you have that, let everyone know. Let the realtor know. Let the clients know. let the whole world know about that. Then everyone will come to you. It's a simple formula, but make sure you can do it. Listen to my advice. Try to do it. If you don't have good pricing and service, forget about it. Nobody's going to come to you. Your business is not going to go anywhere. But if you secure that, make sure you have good pricing and service, then you start doing marketing. You get start telling the whole world about it, and then your business will come and your pipeline will fill up.
I could not agree more. And so I love the service and pricing thing. So we'll dive in on that for just a second. But first, to recap, because I think there's so many people in the marketplace right now that are overcomplicating realtor relationships. And, we have a program where we will call out to a qualified list of realtors and set appointments. And then the number one thing is, okay, great. I've got the appointments. Now, what do I say?
Exactly.
The relationship. And, service pricing is key, but having something, being able to go consumer direct, have a lead that you send to them. That's why I think it's so important to start at the top of the funnel, like you said, with identify who you want to work with, because you've really only got so many of those applications that you can send out every month, especially as you're scaling up. So make sure that you're giving the right referrals to the right people where you can leverage those relationships, and then connect, follow, comment. So simple. That's how social media works. And yet so few people actually will take the time and carve out a 15-minute or a half-hour block on their calendar to just go support other people on social media. Everybody's trying to make the perfect post. Well, it's not about your content, it's about theirs.
Yeah, it's a very simple formula, and many people cannot follow. And I even challenge all of the loan officers out there. If you work 8 hours a day, really working 8 hours a day, and you are not successful, tell me. I want to find out why.
Yeah.
It's really simple formula. You work hard, you work for your clients, they can see it, you'll be successful. Nothing else. I mean, it's simple like that. Don't try to struggle. Don't try to figure out how to do this and that, how to secure 20 appointments a week, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Focus on yourself. Make yourself better than your competitor, then your business will come.
That is right. So talk to me about service and pricing. Well, let's do pricing first. So what's your top tip for a loan officer who says, hey, I might not be competitive in today's marketplace? How does somebody in the mortgage industry ensure that they are offering the best pricing?
It's very easy. There are so many choices out there. You, as the licensed loan officers, you can decide where you want to work, what company you want to work with, right? You can work for a retail bank, a retail lender, or a bank, or a broker. You can shop around. Whoever can give you the best rate, go with them. Because it is simple. And lately, I've been telling the whole world, what's wrong with you guys? 80%, or I think more than 50% of loan officers don't even know how to compare the rate. They don't even take time to compare. I would say 80%. They don't compare. They kind of know, oh, my rate is good. That's all they know. But they don't really know how good or how bad is their rate. And I'm sorry to say a strong word, but rate is so important. Rate is everything nowadays. And you don't even know what rate you have when you offer to your clients compared to your competitor. How can you win? How can you grow your business? The basic question, where are you comparing rate when you compare with your competitor? Where do you stand? And they don't even know. 80% of loan officers out there. It's just ridiculous. When you sell something, you don't know how much it costs you. How can you sell? It's simple like that. So I challenge every one of you out there, if you listen to the podcast, check out loanfactory.com. Compare our rate versus your rate. Compare your competitor rates versus your rate. Then you will learn so much more. It's a simple challenge, simple task. You should do it, and then you can learn so much more.
Thuan, incredible. Now, Service and database. So there's, in my opinion, and I would love your opinion on this, there's basically three ways to grow the mortgage business. You've got your past customer database, you've got referral partners, which we've touched on, realtors, financial planners, all of those. And then you've got marketing and advertising, social media, consumer direct, all of that. And so service ties into the database and how successful you've been over time. So can you outline what are you doing to stay in touch with your database? How are you generating referrals, repeat business? What does that look like?
Very good, very good. So let's say you are a small loan officer. Another crazy topic. I mean, when I say something, people are gonna hate me, but it's true. I mean, a lot of loan officers out there complaining that they cannot get clients, they cannot fill up their pipeline and all that. But when I ask them this simple question, they cannot answer. What do you do on a daily basis?
Yeah.
Are you calling your previous clients? Are you calling Realtor? Are you meeting with them? What are you doing to build a relationship with your clients and Realtor? And they cannot answer me. And so I will ask them simple thing like, make sure you do lunch with Realtor or clients every day. One simple thing, invite them for a lunch or even a drink. Simple thing. Every day do one client. It's a fun thing, right? Sit down with someone else, chat, get to know them better, learn something from people. It's a basic thing. Or when was the last time you emailed your client or talked to your client? They cannot even tell. They don't even have a database, a list to work on. So, for me, basically, I communicate regularly with them through email. The system also let them know. We every client that close loan with us, we create a rate alert.
Okay.
So let's say we closed a loan yesterday at 6.5. I create a rate alert for 6%, no point, no cost, refinance. So we let them know, hey, I create a rate alert for you, 6%. When rate drop to 6%, we will let you know. So that's it. So we have 20,000 rate alert like this running at any given time. So let's say next month, when inflation drop, rate drop, 1,000 clients will receive email notification, say, hey, rate drop, you want to refinance. So that's it. That's how I get a lot of clients. And then I even do newsletter. I do a lot of things to maintain the contact relationship. I stay in front of them all the times. So those are the basic things that I want you to do it. Everyone, we need to work with our clients. People focus on, they are preoccupied with how do I get new clients.
Mm-hmm.
But the simple thing they should focus on is how do I keep the existing clients? How can I get them to refer me more clients? It's more important than how do I go out there and get new clients. People don't pay attention. It's so simple. It's obvious, and people still don't understand this.
Yep. The client that you have is worth so much more than the client.
Exactly. It's the gold mine, right? It's the database. Yes.
That's right. Acres of diamonds. Okay. So another just incredible stat, and thank you for being so generous with your time. And we will wrap up shortly, but you mentioned going from 20 loan officers on your team to 260 loan officers on your team. And I believe you said 6 months.
Yes.
Okay. Let's unpack that. How on earth did you go about that recruitment while at the same time building the Realtor referral pipeline, continuing to grow the business? Walk me through, what does that recruitment strategy look like? How did you achieve that?
Yeah, I do a lot more than just recruiting and producing and all that. I run the company, I hiring, I organizing business, I build the software, I'm doing recruiting. At the same time, I'm still producing one of the, I closed almost, let's say 70 loans last month. I'm still doing everything. And basically building a system that allow me to do all of this. And to recruit, it seemed difficult, but it's not difficult at all. Basically, I say one sentence and people will love me. People will come to me. So basically, I tell them that I am the number one loan officers, right? I close so much, right? I build everything to support me to make me the number one loan officers, like the system, technology, pricing, service, everything I have, right? Now, imagine I give everything to you. I empower you. You become me. Whatever I have, you have it. So when you join Loan Factory, you have everything I have. With that empowerment, you can easily go out there and compete and win the business. So why not? Why not join in Loan Factory? Basically, so that pitch is so easy and simple, and it works.
That is, and I couldn't agree more. But we have to have somebody to say the magic sentence to. And I think in the mortgage industry, especially branch managers that are looking to consolidate a little bit during these times, they're looking for, how do I open that conversation? So are you doing that through social media, one to many? Are you reaching out one-to-one to a targeted list of who you're looking for? What does that look like?
Yeah, I do many things. I promote that on social media.
Yeah.
I tell the loan officer how good they can be, what they should do. I try to help others. And if I get their attention, they will talk to me.
Yep.
They will want more, right? They learn something from me. They want to learn more from me. So the goal is to go out there and help loan officers, teach them, help them grow their business. And they will remember me. They will come back to me. So I try to help on social media. I also build a recruiting engine.
Okay.
I build a recruiting engine. I go out there and build a huge database of 40,000 loan officers. I establish communication with them, show them what they should do. Especially right now in this period, most people are suffering.
Yeah.
So if I can show them that they can do better and explain to them what are the reasons why they're not doing better, they will learn and they will come to me. So that's it. And then I have a team to help me talking to all the loan officers and onboard them and support them. So supporting, my goal now is to supporting a lot of loan officers who joined the company recently. Make sure they can be successful. Make sure they are happy so that they will stay with us. I don't want to recruit them and then a month later they leave me. So I have to prove to them that we are good. My word is correct. I keep my word. They will come, they will like it, they will be successful, and they will stay. I don't want them to come and go. So I don't want to recruit a lot of people and then cannot help them and then they will leave me. So recruiting is easy. Keeping them and make sure they're happy is a lot more difficult. Yes. That is what I'm focusing on. Make sure, provide them an environment, a place for them to grow.
Amazing. Thuan, thank you for being so generous with your time. If I may, if I've got one just final question. You're a very successful entrepreneur, and you said multiple times it's easy. And I think that comes down to mindset. And so I'm wondering how much of what you've learned as an entrepreneur is natural, how much is learned, where do you go to find information, and how do you keep your mindset so positive?
I would say learn. It's not natural, it's learn.
Yeah.
I have a very strong mindset. Basically, a simple thing like I need to get better every day, and I need to solve problem. I don't give up. Those basic things will keep me go far enough. I will keep growing because of mindset. My mindset is I won't give up. I will keep trying. I set a goal and I will reach it. And I will try to get better. If I don't get better, then I cannot compete. I cannot be successful. So two things: get better and never give up. Keep trying to solve problem so that you can hit your goal. And that applies to everyone. Don't give up. People are afraid. People are afraid of change. They don't want to change. A lot of people are still using catered point, basic thing like that. They stay with one company for 10 years, and the company is old fashioned. The company doesn't have any technology, doesn't have any support, and you stay with them. I don't know why. You stay with them, of course, you're not getting better, of course. So things are moving so fast with AI, with technology, it's amazing. So you have to keep moving. If you want to be successful, you have to change at least as fast as everyone else out there, and even faster. If you stay in one place, you don't change, you don't improve, forget it. You're not going anywhere.
Yep. I could not agree more. Well, Thuan, for people that are listening to this episode that would like more information, they want more information about you, they want to reach out, how do people find you? How do people reach out?
Very easy. Go to loanfactory.com. Everything about Loan Factory is me. So if you go to Loan Factory, you learn about me, and I'm everywhere on social media, on Facebook. So you can reach out to me. I'm very easy. I'm very accessible. And that is part of our job, right? Make ourselves so accessible to our clients. So that's it. I would love to talk to anyone. If you want to chat with me, you want to learn from me, I would love to, unconditionally. I would love to learn, to share the knowledge and help you. Thank you, Chris, for having me. Thank you, everyone.
Thuan, thank you so much for being on the show. And to all of our listeners, that is absolutely worth a 5-star review. So head on over to iTunes, leave us a 5-star rating and review. And thank you so much for listening. We'll see you on the next episode.
Thank you. Thank you.